Okay, so now we're dividing complex numbers. So when we divide complex numbers, we want to multiply the fraction by the conjugate of the denominator. Okay, so let's practice the conjugate. The conjugate of 4 minus I. Remember, we just want to change the sign of our imaginary. So we're going to multiply by 4 plus I on top and bottom. This is going to allow our imaginary numbers to cancel out on the bottom, which is what we want to happen. Okay, so I'm going to distribute just like I did when we were multiplying up there. I've got 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, 2 times I is 2I. Then I got to distribute my 5. 5I times 4 is 20I. 5I times I. We already know that's going to be a negative 1. That I and that I, when we multiply I squared, that's going to be a negative 1. So I'm going to go ahead and make that a negative 5. Okay, 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times I. You can see what's going to happen on the bottom. So 4 times I is positive 4I. Negative I times 4 is negative 4I. And then negative I times I is negative I squared. And that's gonna become a positive 1. Because I squared is negative 1. So if I have negative I times I, that's negative I squared. So that's going to become like a negative 1 times a negative 1, which would be a positive 1. Okay, sorry. So negative I squared is negative 1. That's like saying negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1, because there's like a 1 in front of this if you need to put it there. Okay, so now I'm going to simplify. So on top, I have 8 minus 5, so I got 3. 2I plus 20I, so 22I. Then on the bottom, I have 16 plus 1, because these cancel. So 17. Now I can separate that. I got 3 over 17 plus 22I over 17. Okay, so number 3, I changed the sign of my complex number or my imaginary number and multiply. So I have positive 3I on top, positive 3I on bottom. Okay, so 7 times 3I is 21I. Negative 8 times 3 is negative 24. And then I times I is I squared, so that's going to be a negative 1. Okay, and then negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. I times I is I squared, or negative 1. So then on top, negative 24 times 1 is going to give me a positive 24. I'm going to write that in front because that's how I write my standard form. Negative 9 times negative 1 is positive 9. Sorry, couldn't simplify. Couldn't write. Okay, so now I can simplify if I need to. I can divide by 3, so that would be 8. It's going to give me 8 over 3 plus, simplify here, divide by 3, 7 over 3. Oh, sorry. And that's how you divide complex numbers. Sorry for all the mistakes in that video.